Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Commodity TV here in Zurich today at the Precious Metal Summit, and we start our interview session, first of all, with Endeavour Silver, our lovely silver producer out of Mexico, with Bradford Cooke, the CEO, and we want to get an update. Brad, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Jochen. How are you?
Perfect. Hope you too, and despite the weather, I think Endeavour is doing better and better now.
Yes, we had a tough start to the year, as you know, but every quarter now is getting better. We had a good, solid third quarter and looking better for the fourth quarter.
Fantastic. As you are bringing 3 new mines in production, it's, I would say a real, tough duty to do that, but it looks like you're well organized. Maybe you can comment on the first one, Compass, which should start actually next quarter, right?
Well, yes, actually, the company's in a very interesting transition period from our 3 mature mines to building 3 new mines. And our first mine number 4, if you will, El Compass, is in development now for the initial production by the end of the first quarter. So things are well underway. And by the way, your readers can go to the website and they'll find a monthly El Compass update with photographs on the homepage.
Have to do that. Lovely, lovely. So when do you think it's more like, let's say, February, March to start, or end of March? What is your feeling?
I think what's reasonable to assume is that we'll have some development muck from the mine to put through the mill starting in February, but the actual ore feed won't start until March.
Okay, great. With what tonnage per day you want to start, and what production can we expect for 2018?
Well, the full-scale production on the current model is 200 tons per day according to the economic study. But we have prepared the plant for 250 tons per day, and it does have ultimately a capacity of 500 tons per day. So there is an implied expansion in our future. However, it will take some months to ramp up to that 250 ton per
which
day.
is normally the mining business, I would call it.
And people would say, well, that's small, 200 tons per day, but you know, the El Compass mine is very high grade.
What means high grade?
On a gold equivalent basis, almost 9 grams. On a silver equivalent basis, almost 700 grams.
That's a lot, I would say. So we can expect what, like 1 million silver equivalent ounces, something like that?
Approximately per year, and obviously that's before any expansion. So we're looking for more ore. Clearly, we have acquired a number of properties in the district. We're doing a lot of drilling. News coming on that by year end, and we're hoping to grow the resource base so that we can go to an expansion.
Okay, super. Let's talk shortly about money. Because you had your third quarter numbers out, which still I think was a slightly profit of approximately $1 million, which is still we call in German a black number, which is okay. But do you think after the problems are solved on Guanaceví, do you think you can improve this now over the next quarters? Because
we see the performance at Guanaceví now improving month by month by month, and we saw it already quarter by quarter. And don't forget, by the end of September, we actually had accumulated earnings for the year of $7 million, and that's with a difficult start. So notwithstanding the issues at Guanaceví, the other mines are doing fine, and Guanaceví now is coming back.
Perfect. Now, because this leads to my question, you have everything financed, the expansion so far. I mean, you have a lot of working capital, like $70 million, right?
Yeah, 70 million working cap, 45 cash. We're in reasonably good shape. No long-term debt. We paid off all our long-term debt.
Oh, interesting.
And we did most of that through the bear market. So now we're actually looking at Compass fully financed. Mine number 5 is called Terranera. It's an exciting new discovery of ours in Jalisco State, western Mexico. And on that one, we will look for a $50 million debt facility, and we'll use $20 million of our cash for a $70 million capex on Terranera.
Okay. Yeah, but $50 million debt facility should be in your standing, I would say, to get very easy. It's like a bank facility, right?
It's like a bank facility, and we did that, of course, when we acquired El Cubo in 2012. That $50 million has now been paid off, so we'll start again and do another 50.
Okay, that's perfect. That's like a rolling model. I like that. By growing with mine by mine, that's interesting. Let's talk shortly about Parral. So what's the status there? You are drilling there. Maybe you can comment on some results already. What's going on?
Absolutely. Hidalgo de Parral is one of the famous districts in Mexico. There are many famous silver districts. Parral is one of them. We acquired a major position in Parral at this time last year. It has been our biggest exploration program this year, over $3 million budgeted. And we had our first news release in recent weeks and expect some news actually soon, in the next week or 2.
So we can expect good drill results?
Well, I think so.
Fantastic. What's about there with the development? I mean, this is a little bit more away, I would call it, like 2020 around? Yeah,
Yes, it's too soon to call it a development project because we're still actually exploring to expand the resource base. But we did buy a project with 32 million ounces of historic resource.
Which is always nice to have.
So given that head start, we have been presuming that it will get to the production decision sometimes 2019, maybe look at building a mine there 2020 and beyond.
If you would wrap that up for, let's say, the next 3 to 5 years, and I'm a shareholder of yours, long term, of course, yeah. So what can I expect as a shareholder, let's say, AISC-wise, earnings-wise, and production-wise?
Well, keep in mind, we were the lowest quartile cost profile up until we bought El Cubo in 2012. And we actually turned around El Cubo. It took 3 years. And in 2016, we were once again about $12.50 per ounce of all-in sustaining costs. Of course, they're higher this year because of the issues at Guanaceví, but our long-term forecast is sub-$10 all-in costs. And we get there partly by optimizing the 3 existing mines, but largely by developing new mines, because each of the economic studies we've done on El Compas and Terranera have all-in costs of less than $10. Terranera actually less than $5.
Wow.
So just building those mines makes us a low-cost producer.
Absolutely. And I mean, you're now, your guidance for this year is approximately 9 point something million silver equivalent ounces. What would be your growth profile then over the next years when you bring all those mines one after the other in production?
So conceptually, we hope to bring our 3-year production profile in January. And I think the 3-year outlook could include 50% production growth.
Wow, so we can look forward to 14, 15 million ounces.
That's our target on an equivalent basis.
Fantastic. And okay, if I recap that correctly, then we should be around the $10 AISC.
Or lower.
Or lower. Well, or lower is always better. But let's stay conservative. That sounds like a nice profit margin then for the future, because we anticipate higher silver prices, hopefully.
We do, indeed. And, there's a perfect storm developing in silver with falling supply and rising demand. So we are preparing the company not only for growth, but to capture higher and higher profit margins.
So you think, because I think we're now in the 6th year of supply deficit, right? You think this will start to kick in now? Because we wait for this now, like 5 years.
As you know, silver tends to be a laggard behind gold, and then all of a sudden it plays catch up in a hurry. So next year I expect gold to lead again, and the year after perhaps silver will play catch up.
Oh, perfect. That's a great final sentence. Bradford, thank you very much for that. And we look forward to the drill results, of course. And all the best. And I would say latest PDIC, we do an update.
Sounds good.
Super. Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it was Bradford Cooke, the CEO of Endeavour Silver. And you heard it. The company is poised for growth and for profits, of course. The problems of Guanaceví are really behind them. And I think by year end, really everything like 100% is done there. But they're almost like the 90-95% is solved here. And what is really important is the growth profile goes up to 15 million silver equivalent ounces over the next 3 to 4 years. 3 new mines, and I think this is one of the real top growth profiles in the industry. And also the AIC, $10 or even lower. That's a fantastic number. So ready to make some money here. Check out the company. Thanks for watching us. Bye bye from Zurich.